Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash, double thanks unto the apostles and the elders of Great Melson that surely do well. Peace and blessings unto the Arkham, surely four corners of this world that continue to push this world in all sincerity. With all religions, this is your brother Martina here once again, coming to the Spirit and the power of the Lord to do another lesson to edify the Lord's flock. And this video here going to be based off of the image that you've currently seen on the screen, which headlines BBC presenter jailed for raping 42 dogs to death. You know, which man in this what nation of people in this world commit such acts, heinous acts? Only he. Only he. And the Lord was right. In the book Job, gonna get to it. Scripture says that well, Job in fact said that he would not even have him to, be among his dogs to watch over them, because if you leave a man like this to be a shepherd over a flock, guess what's gonna happen to your flock? All of your animals gonna be they're gonna receive the same treatment. You understand? And that is why this man needs to be in chains. Now let me get a scripture here. Proverbs 4 and verse 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and to demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." And that is truly what happened with the last two kingdoms. The Greeks and the Romans. He set up over the basis of men. Look up that word base. Look up. It says base. It says of a person or a person's actions or feelings without moral principles, ignoble, archaic, noting or befitting a person of low social class. You go down to the origin. It says from medieval Latin passus, which means short. Early sense it included low, short, and of inferior quality, and from the latter arose a sense low in the social scale. But it actually goes back to being without moral principles, ignoble. We're going to some synonyms. It says base. It says sordid, improper, wicked, immoral, sinful, unscrupulous, unprincipled, foul, vile, corrupt, reprobate, dishonorable. All names that the Lord gave to describe Esau. In Hebrews 12. I'm gonna get it. In Hebrews 12. Cause one of the synonyms for base there was vile. Let's see in Hebrews we have Hebrews 12 and verse. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator." It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright." Let me look up that word. Let me see the word profane as well. It says, not relating to that which is sacred or religious, secular, not initiated into religious rites or esoteric knowledge, not respectful of religious practice or reverent, not sacred outside the temple, and having no moral principles or immoral goes back to the same as being unsacred, irreverent, vile, corrupt. And that is Esau fear. To come up to say, he feeling to sleep with dogs. And not just sleep with them. He had intercourse with them till they died. Scripture in Deuteronomy, where's the punishment for that? Deuteronomy 27, verse 21, it says, "Cursed be he that lieth with any manner of beast," and all the people shall say, "Amen." Cursed be he that lieth with any manner of beast. And in the other scripture it says, "They shall be put to death, both he and the beast." Now you think, in our kingdom, in the kingdom to come, you're gonna have things like this. Esau sleeping with dogs, and he's sleeping with, he have a breeding farm with sheep that they go and have sex with. They pay to have sex with the sheep, and they pay to have sex with the cows and with the pigs and such. That's not gonna happen in our kingdom. That can only happen here on this side, because the man that is ruling is vile, is corrupt, have no moral principles, profane. You don't reverence, or you don't fear, or you don't have any respect for anything sacred. The same God we trust, but everything in the Bible they go against. Everything that is God is the scripture. Say, let me read it in Second Thessalonians 2. And verse 4, it says, "Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." So anything that is sacred, anything that the Lord said, "Thou shalt not." When the Lord said, "Thou shalt not," he's saying, "Thou shalt." And when he said, "Thou shalt," he's saying, "Thou shalt not." So he set up himself as an adversary to the Most High. You understand? Let me get this precept here in Job. Job 30:1, it says, but they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. What the word disdain mean? It says, consider to be unworthy of one's consideration. Refuse to do from feelings of pride or superiority. The feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration and respect. So they weren't even of that class. They weren't, what Job saying, that they weren't even of that importance, of that class, for him to even put with his dogs. But now they have us in derision. And they don't only have us in derision, they're sleeping with your dogs. Number one, they at one point in time he wouldn't even have them as equals to his dogs. Because they weren't that important, but now they're ruling the earth. And the next thing too is that they're vile. They're vile. You can't even leave them to watch over your sheep, to watch over your cattle, because they're gonna have sex with them. And we're not just making up these things. This image here is proof of that. This image, this very same image here. What race of man is seen there? E. That is what you're seeing there. E. You're not gonna see a Jake doing them kind of madness. Jake wicked, but it had things that he not gonna do. You understand? So let me read over this precept here. Job 30 and verse 4 says, but they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose father I would have disdained, to have set with the dogs of my flock. Whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing in the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. And you just imagine that in your mind. That is how this man was at one point in time. This race of people that claim that he taught the world how to be civilized. He taught people how to be clean. If it weren't for him, everyone would have been living in caves. He taught us science. He taught us technology. That is how proud he became. It says to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song, yea, I am their byword. And this is actually us. This is actually us right now. At one point in time, they couldn't even speak. They brayed. The scripture said they brayed. They were dwelling in the cliffs of the rocks. In school, when they taught us about the prehistoric man, I remember when I was in Form 1 in secondary school, taught us about prehistoric times when men used to dwell in caves. And they made us believe that we never used to dwell in no fucking caves. Esau used to dwell in the caves. But he taught us his history. You know? Taught us that we all came from that. We all came from monkey, or we all came from fishes, or we all came from something. We come from evolution. Because he opposed all that is called God, or all that is worship. So that he will be seen as God, because we made people believers that he created all of this that you're seeing here today. No, it's not God. You know? His race came up with all these things. But scriptures say pride cometh before a fall. And just now we're gonna fall. But the main point of this video is that watch what this man doing. His own kingdom, where he can have all the women, he have all the wealth, he have all the land, everything that your heart could desire is still revert to sleeping with dogs. That is how base and how vile this man is. That's why this man had to be thrown down. That's why this kingdom have to fall, because these things, how these things could exist in your kingdom, and you want to be, you want your kingdom to last. You want to, no way. They have the highest IQ, and in God we trust, and Bible believing nation. Bullshit. Hey, with that, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders and great men that surely do all well. Peace and blessings unto the Akim, through the four corners of this world. This is Martina once again saying Shalom.